nutrition myths we used to believe. I'm Devin, I'm the media dietitian for Case Specific Nutrition.
And I'm Andrew Wade, the CEO and founder of Case Specific Nutrition.
And let me tell you that we have fallen for every nutrition myth in the book. So today we're going to debunk some of those today. We were talking and we realized that we used to believe a lot of the same things about nutrition that we now just know not to be true. So the first one is that we used to think that bananas were too high in sugar and so you shouldn't eat them.
Yeah, this is definitely one that I fell for in high school a lot, that bananas, specifically bananas, and I will say too that I hear this every week. I have clients that say, yeah, I know I'm not supposed to eat bananas, but they're so good. And I'm like, why aren't you supposed to eat bananas? But I fell for this one as well. I was a runner and it was one of those foods that I thought was like not allowed, right? That it was real high in sugar. And what's hilarious is, one, bananas are actually one of the more starchy fruits.
Yep.
So they actually don't have as much sugar. Now the riper they get, those starches, which are a complex carb, break down and become sugar. But a typical banana, a normal sized 7-inch banana is about 27 grams of carbs, which is, if you look, it's about a cup and a half by measure. And a cup and a half of fruit is going to be between 23 and 30 grams of carbs, no matter what the fruit is. And so a cup of banana has almost the same amount of carbohydrate as blueberries, as watermelon, as peaches. So cup for cup, bananas really aren't unique or different, and they are delicious and packed with potassium. And so do not avoid those. Keep Calm Banana on.
Yeah, we love the bananas. The second myth that we both realized that we believe is that if a product has more than 5 ingredients, it's bad for you.
Yes, the word processed came to mind, right? I used to say, oh, I can't eat that. That food is processed.
Yeah.
And then as we dug into our expertise, we start to realize, well, what does the word processed mean? I mean, technically anything's been processed, right? If it's been cleaned or if it's been chopped or diced.
Yep.
Processed just means that there was something that happened from when it existed in nature to when it got to you. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything about its health or its contribution to your health. Ingredient lists can be long, especially if we look at, for example, there's even like whole food products now that if they have multiple ingredients, like, for example, an overnight oats that has oatmeal and blueberries and almond milk and cocoa dusted almonds, right? Those cocoa dusted almonds are going to have cocoa and almonds in them. That's 5 ingredients. And is that a processed food? No, not necessarily, right?
Yeah.
Is that an unhealthy food? Definitely not.
Yeah, so don't fear the ingredients list. Don't necessarily fear that word processed either. And then the last nutrition myth that we both realized that we used to believe was that you're only burning calories if you're exercising.
Yeah, that one was a huge one. Like we both alluded to, we were runners when we were in high school. And I know with cross country, we ran a lot of miles, right? Packed on those miles. But I thought that on the days that I didn't run, that I didn't really need to eat. And I see this time and time again in my eating disorder clients, but also just in athletes in general, people that exercise consistently. They feel like on their off day, they have to eat massively less. And what's really interesting is a typical fit person that exercises hour and a half a day, 20% of their total calorie burn is going to be from exercise, which means the body is burning the other 80% as what's called really our BMR, which is our basal metabolic rate. That's the amount of calories you burn laying on a couch, right? A way to think about it is calories are a measure of heat. And so I'm a 98.6 degree human being in a 68 degree room. If I'm laying on a couch, I'm producing 30 degrees of heat 24/7. That's my heart beating, brain thinking, nerves functioning, cells dividing, living, right? And that combined with then what we would call your activities of daily life, just sitting, blinking, speaking, thinking, all of those things all have caloric burn because that is your body being used. That accounts for about 80% of what your body burns in a day, even if you are someone who exercises a lot. And so we think of it as the majority because we get really sweaty and our muscles feel fatigued. So while it's where the muscles burn calories when we're moving, our body's burning 24/7.
Yeah, absolutely. So whether or not you're exercising on any given day, you still need to eat no matter what.
Off days are actually often when you need to eat just as much because you're trying to recover. Those are the days where maybe your muscles weren't contracting and tearing, but now they're swollen and they need repair. And to build new muscle requires fuel.
And we could keep going with these lists of nutrition myths all day long, probably for several days on end.
Yep.
But the main point of this is that if you have fallen for these nutrition myths or other ones like it, I don't want you to feel embarrassed or dumb, because we fell for them too. And that's actually why we became registered dietitians, is because we were curious to know there's so much conflicting information out there, so what's true and what's not. And the great thing about us being registered dietitians now is that we can help you navigate these nutrition myths so that you don't have to fall for them like we did.
Exactly. And that is the purpose of Case-Specific Nutrition. Our goal and our ambition is to help people navigate their journey to health and wellness. And that means that we are the myth busters and the troubleshooters. We love to be able to dig in and answer these questions and help people figure out what's true and what works for them. And whether that's in our podcast, our CSN 3M Mindset Monday podcast, where we myth bust every other week, or through a lot of our content on YouTube and our blog, or whether it's in our one-on-one sessions with our dietitians. That's what we do. So we encourage you, if you have these questions or these confusions, you need help answering some of these, you're not alone, but more importantly, that's what we're here for. So check us out. You can head to casespecificnutrition.com, and through there you can reach out to our care coordinator team. They'll get you set up with a dietitian that specializes in the area you're interested in working on, and you can get started on really owning your own health and wellness journey.
That's right. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more nutrition myth busting like this. Subscribe to our podcast. That's also on YouTube, and you can visit our website, casespecificnutrition.com. There's going to be a link in the description, and then you can also follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Case Specific Nutrition.